Snappers, it's Tortimer the Grey! Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. It's an especially exciting episode because today is the last episode of Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. Today we are finishing off what we started with Zapdos and Articuno in our quest to defeat all legendary Pokemon as per the rules of the Nuzlocke. Now, technically speaking, Aaron has clarified that the rules of the Nuzlocke stated you must defeat all legendary Pokemon that you come across, not necessarily all legendaries in the region, but I figured, you know what, why not? We haven't really gotten a chance to take a lot of looks at Cerulean Cave throughout the runs we've done on the channel, because frankly, the only time we've really done a Kanto game was in Hexath'locke Season 1. We had some ROM issues. I actually planned to go defeat Mewtwo as part of that, but we had some ROM issues that we couldn't actually save in that game, and so when we defeated the Elite Four and the game reset, it reset. So we weren't ever actually able to do that, but I figured today we would take the opportunity to do so. So we get one more bonus episode of Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. For those of you guys who maybe didn't get a chance to watch last week's episode yet, I'd recommend you go do that. We took on the Elite Four and the Champion and technically completed the Nuzlocke challenge, but I figured it'd be a fun bonus episode to throw in here, us taking on the remaining legendaries in the region. But I realized, I think last week when I talked to you guys that, oh yeah, we'll go to Cerulean Cave, I realized though that the edict of defeat all legendaries would not be satisfied by simply going and defeating Mewtwo, because while we have taken on Articuno and Zapdos, we did not, we neglected to come and take out Moltres while we were going through the Victory Road. We somehow managed to, and this is kind of like an out-of-the-way offshoot, I guess, it's not necessary for the completion of getting to the Indigo Plateau, but we missed Moltres altogether when we came through here a couple episodes ago, so we're going to start with that today. We'll also notice that since the challenge technically completed last episode with the defeat of the Champion, I'm ignoring a couple of rules, namely, Fiver's here! You guys, I mentioned, you know, since the challenge is technically over, would you guys be okay if I got Fiver out of the box? And pretty much everybody was totally on board with that. So Fiver's out of the box, and he is thrilled, and I'm thrilled to have him back. Our team, I did a bunch of grinding to get him up to level and get everybody up to level. We went through the Elite Four a couple of times, and then I just spent some time winding my way through Victory Road, trying to find Moltres on my own, and so I was grinding people up, and I've got Javelin with us for just strength and all that. But let's start today off. Let's head and take on Moltres. Gah! And I've got Fiver up front, so we should be able to make quick work of this here. Let's throw up the Thunder Wave to start. Moltres is paralyzed. Ooh, critical hits. All right. Not playing around, I see. Well, we won't either. We'll make quick work of Moltres. Ooh, not even Fiver can one-shot the legendary bird. Oh, and the attack continues. Fiver, no! That would be bad, huh? Get Fiver out of the box just in time to let him die to Moltres. Alright, there we go. Paralysis kicks in. Fiver can finish off with a Thunderbolt. Alrighty, guys. So there we go. One more legendary to go. We have defeated 3 of the 4 in-game legendaries. The only other legendary in this generation is Mew, but I do not believe Mew is accessible as part of this game. So we are going to head to Cerulean Cave and take on Mewtwo. I'll see you guys there. Alrighty guys, so we are in Cerulean City, heading towards Cerulean Cave in order to take out Mewtwo, the last remaining legendary in this region and game and whatever. Alright, so it doesn't appear that we need strength, so I went ahead and switched Kalik back in. I figured Kalik was a member of the team as much as Fiver had been, and so since we had an open slot anyway, figured I'd let Kalik stick around. Let's jump on Techno here, and we will head to the entrance of the Cerulean Cave, which should be open to us now. Yep, there had been previously a guy standing here who was all like, no, you can't go in there. Now what is this? What's all... Oh, hey! I wonder how long ago I should have battled this chick, or I wonder... what do her levels look like? 31! Okay, but yeah, so guys, this is the last episode. It's technically a bonus episode, I suppose, if you want to look at it that way, but it's the last episode of the Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke, and so I figure I probably should kind of give you guys an insight into what's coming next. I think I've kind of talked about this a little bit, But largely, I wanted to just clarify for those of you guys who maybe aren't aware, and just, you know, end of the series, I like to do this anyway. So, the goal is, a lot of people suggested, yeah, you know, a capture card would be great. But as I kind of said, you know, I kind of want to get the Hexath'locke going, and honestly, no matter how many people said, oh yeah, a capture card would be great, we really didn't see any additional support in favor of that. And while I do have a stream coming up this weekend, well, no, it would have been last weekend, right? Because it's this coming weekend and I'm recording. Yeah, so I try to keep a week ahead. So we had a stream last weekend, but honestly, I'm putting that money, or any money that we may have potentially raised, and I don't even know if we're going to get anything. I had kind of a fundraising stream on Sunday, yesterday, which you guys may or may not have seen. But I had kind of a fundraising stream go up and on Sunday, and I'm putting that money, if I got any, towards a laptop, I think. I just don't think that it's going to be worth it in the long run to go for a capture card. I just don't think it is. As much as it would increase the quality of the series we've got going here, we've got a Golbat, level 50, nice. So I did grind everybody up to 65 because I looked ahead and saw the levels were going to be ridiculous. Oh, wait, I know that technically the Dice Rock challenge is over, but let's take a quick second and let's do a roll. Just because I want to see what would happen. So we roll 5 out of 40, and number 5 says, you may only buy up to 7 items at the next mart. So there we go. We can't buy more than 7 items at the next mart. Technically speaking, we've unlocked every Pokemart, so I don't even know that affects anything at this point. But it doesn't affect anything because we're done with the game, essentially. So essentially what's happening, and I really need to get Fiber out of the front. He's not going to end up being useful. In fact, let's just throw on some repels. I think we've got a couple still, yeah. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to be playing through the Hexath'locke Season 6. That's coming up. It's going to be the final season of the Hexath'locke. I know Aaron teased me in last week's episode, you know, now that there's 7 generations, I think it would be cool to add that and make it Hexath'locke or whatever. Which I probably should do, realistically speaking, but I'm not going to. The other 5 seasons carry the Hexath'locke name, and I don't want to do it. I'm ready. This series has been running for almost what, 3 full years now. I'm ready for it to be over. As much fun as I've had with it, I think we will at the end of season 6 have accomplished what we set out to do, and then when Pokemon Sun and Moon come out, we will play through those, and it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to playing through those, but I had no interest in Nuzlocking the first playthrough of that game. At the same time, I have no interest in blind running the final season of the what would then be the Hexath'locke. So I'm thinking that we're going to end it after Season 6, which is going to be starting here in a couple of weeks. I'm going to give myself a few weeks here because with us, I'd originally set up, I'd created, well, I have the thumbnails remade in the new version of thumbnails that we're doing with like the slanted as opposed to the old just straight line thumbnail, if that makes any sense to people. So I remade the thumbnails. Thumbnails are ready to go. I do need to remake the overlay because previously I had been planning to, when I set all of that up, I was going to be starting the Hexath'locke last fall, and I was expecting that ECAT would be providing me lending me his capture card, and so I had set it up to include both screens and things like that, but it's going to end up being more like the blind run where we're only going to be able to have access to one screen and things like that, and we'll make that work. It worked out okay as part of the blind run for the most part, and so Repel's effect wore off, and so I think that it'll be fine, but I'm going to have to remake the overlays and things like that in order to make that all fit again. So I'm going to need a little bit of time to get that going, to test out all the recording stuff, everything like that. Ooh, there's Mewtwo right there. To test out all the recording stuff and everything. So there's going to be a 2 to 3 week break between this week and the start of the Hexath'locke. Oh, and we're here. And the start of the Hexath'locke. Hexath'locke Season 6. I already have your votes for I already have your votes for starter and transfers, so I'm also going to have to actually breed the transfers. I gotta work that into the next couple of weeks. Get all of my Pokemon currently for my Pokemon X run into the Pokebank. So I've got a lot of work to do between now and then. Let's... Mew! It's Mew! I came from Mewtwo. Oh, there he is. So, yeah. But yeah, so it's gonna take me a couple of weeks to get all of that set up. But I think once we do... I think Morden was my most specially defensive person, so let's bring Morden in. Mewtwo uses Recover. Let's throw up a Fly. Mewtwo's being dumb, so that works. But yeah, so after a couple of weeks, I'll take some time to get things going, 2-3 weeks, give or take, and we'll be ready to get the Hexath'locke Season 6 going, and we're going to do that Sans capture card, because we didn't really get any support when we first started talking about it, besides like people being like, yeah, great, let's do that. And oh man, 2 barriers up. Oh, my attack misses. Luna, get in here. Let's throw up a Sing. Ooh, Psychic! Luna, no! Mewtwo throws up the barrier. Throw up the Sing. Yes, Mewtwo fell asleep. Okay, I don't think that's gonna help us a lot. Gosh, this guy's tough. I thought grinding everybody up to 65 would have been sufficient. Technically, the challenge is done, so nobody dies as part of this, but still. Let's get the Body Slam going. Okay, so what we need to do while he's asleep, if we can hopefully keep him asleep, I need to get a light screen set up, which will help us deal with his psychic attacks. Let's do a Swift. Ooh, critical hit. Nice. Kalik. Alright. Alright, let's throw up a double team. Maybe Kalik can do this for us. Mewtwo uses Recover. That's going to be annoying, I feel like. So yeah, that's what's kind of going on. That's what's kind of going on. This is... Ooh, wow. The non-crit version did real bad. Bring Luna back, see if we can get him back asleep. Oof. Let's get Flash going, in fact. The accuracy will help. Oh, except for Swift always hits, but that's fine. Let's get the Reflect going. That'll help with the Swifts. So yeah, that's kind of what we've got going on. And if you guys have any questions on that, feel free to let me know. If you guys are new to the channel, I don't think we get a lot of new Pokemon fans, but if it does happen to be that you are new since the Hexath'locke ended, and or it's been a while. It's been, I guess, almost a year since the last season of Hexath'locke ended, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I would have finished that season of Hexath'locke sometime early summer, late spring time frame, and then I would have planned on starting the next season. Well, if we can, I guess if we can Body Slam him, get the paralysis going, that might be as good as Sleep, since it won't go away. There we go. So we could have Thunder Waved with Fiber, obviously, but alright, so Paralysis is going. Let's continue. I mean, he's gonna have, so thankfully the flashes are up and those aren't gonna wear off, so let's see. I don't have Leech Seed, unfortunately, anymore with Sarah. I guess I could have thrown Toxic on him at some point or something, maybe. Let's bring in, we don't really have anything super effective. Let's bring in Morden. But yeah, so again, if you got any questions on that, feel free to let me know. But the Hexath'locke Season 6 will be starting up here. Ooh, baby, Morden. Ooh, I could bring in the Queen of Crits. That could work. Ooh, Morden, King of Crits working here, getting the Recover going. If Slash keeps doing that kind of work, though, we'll be alright. Let's let Morden see if Morden can finish it off. Ooh, baby. In fact, no. Let's, we haven't seen Sari yet this episode. Let's bring Sari in. Need to use his Recover. Let's see what a critical Razor Leaf from the Queen of Crits will do for us. Not enough, unfortunately, I don't think. Not enough to be safe, but let's see if we can get a decent combination of RNG on Mewtwo's moves. We might be able to finish off with the Queen of Crits here. Oh, there we go! Queen of Crits! Doing work! Beautiful. Everybody gets a little bit of experience. Fantastic. So there we go. Mewtwo has been defeated. All of the legendaries in the game are down. We have done our Nuzlocke duty. Let's heal up here a little bit. I don't have any escape ropes on me, as I'm realizing. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Let's, who didn't we really get to see? Techno really didn't come in on that battle, did he? So let's bring Techno up front. But yeah, so there we go, guys. That's basically the end of the Nuzlocke completely. We defeated the legendaries. We did all the side quests that I'm aware of. Ooh, Ditto. Level 65 Ditto. That's kind of fun. Submission. Boom! Super effective! Techno doing work. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this whole series. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed getting back into this nostalgic game here. I really enjoyed trying a fun new variant, which was, again, as much as I gripe at her, this awesome variant was developed by my good friend Erin Cerise. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, feel free, or make sure to do so. She's always coming up with fun, exciting new variants that I don't know, are meant to punish her. The order lock and I feel like I had a little easier time with the Nuzlocke than she did because she was also playing like a Drayano hack with it or something. Man, the order lock, I won't be trying any one of those anytime soon. That was a variant she developed there. Like everything was chosen by like order. So like anytime you would catch a new Pokemon with a full team, the first Pokemon in your party would have to be boxed or something. And you couldn't switch the order of your party at any point, and like all of the moves you learned were developed by the order of things that came in. It was just like, oh man, painful to even watch. I can't even imagine playing one. So this will probably be the last Aaron variant I do for a while, because I'm certainly not doing an idle lock. That probably wouldn't work out too well for us, but thank you again, Aaron, so much for developing this awesome variant for us to play. Now, do I need to... actually need to get on the water here. So that special thanks go to Erin. Make sure to check her out. I think I've got a link to her channel in the description. If not, I will add it. I'm pretty certain I would have added it because of the variant connection. Yeah, so again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel, even though there's so few of you guys. That didn't exactly work, did it? Even though, the Pokemon community on this channel hasn't really grown much in the last couple of years. In fact, it's decreased even. Views on the Hexath'locke, I was looking back at older episodes and things like that, really declined in 4 and 5, and so, it happens, for sure. But those of you guys who have stuck around, I love it. I appreciate you guys being here so much, and there we go. I just, appreciate the continued support from you guys in watching series like this, and just, you're always so great about commenting, and so many of you guys, Pokemon people, support me on Patreon and things like that, which means a lot to me. So I'm going to continue to do Pokemon stuff. As I said, Hexath'locke Season 6 coming in a couple of weeks. It's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 weeks, depending on how long it takes me to get everything going, but that will be coming back. We'll be running through Pokemon X, and exciting transfers and starters, and that's such a fun game, and I haven't really played it since I stopped uploading the Blind Run, which was early 2014, probably, give or take. So, yeah, that'll be fun to play through, for sure. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Torb the Grand. You guys have been great. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, a little bonus episode taking on the final legendaries in the Kanto region here in the Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. And I hope you enjoyed this series in general. It was a lot of fun for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys when we take on Hexath'locke Season 6 starting in a couple of weeks. And/or on my Pokemon Showdown series. My random Pokemon Showdown series has started back up again. A few weeks remaining in the gray version, so if you haven't checked that out, be sure to do so. But as always, I've been Tortoise the Grand. You guys have been great. Make sure to leave those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys, and I'll see y'all back here next time. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.